What's good, YouTube? It's Nas and we back with another video. Road to 800 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about D Rose. And yesterday, Derrick Rose had his jersey retirement ceremony from the Chicago Bulls. And I was just wondering, is Derrick Rose a Hall of Famer? And I saw Tibbs say, during the ceremony, like, this is nice, but next is the Hall of Fame. And in my opinion, I do think Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer. Yes, people might talk about his late career and really what he's done after his obviously injury, but at the same time, I do think those 4 seasons, those great 4 seasons, and obviously his 2 Olympic gold medals will push him and give him the nod to make the Hall of Fame. And I do think it will be first ballot because really think about in the last couple years, who's retired and who's really going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think Jamal Crawford was up for the Hall of Fame this season, and I'm like, Jamal Crawford? I'm like, yeah, Jamal Crawford is nasty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting Jamal by any way, but I do think Derrick Rose not making the Hall of Fame would be a tragedy, and I do not think the NBA would let that happen. And the way you see, the way they've been marketing his jersey retirement for the last 2 years, even his retirement, the way everybody was emotional about that, like everybody in the NBA world just loves D Rose. And sometimes I do think, yes, they overrate his peak seasons, but at the same time, so those peak seasons were elite enough for people to have this assumption whether he would be better than obviously MVP Westbrook. I do not think that's the case. Even 2016, or not 2016 because we know that was unanimous, but 2015 Stephen Curry. Do I think that? No. But at the same time, his MVP season is up for the best of them. And I do think the people that try to give obviously that MVP to LeBron are wrong because of what D Rose was doing for Chicago and what Derrick Rose was obviously doing at the time for the number 1 seeded Chicago Bulls. Like, I saw the starting lineup out there: D Rose, not Kirk Heimer wasn't there, but he was in the video. Luol Deng, Taj Gibson, Joakim Noah, Carlos Boozer was in that lineup. I just remember using them in 2K when I was younger and remembering how good they used to be, and really that team just going downhill because I do think in the, like, let's say this, the early or the mid 2010s, I do think that team would have been a powerhouse if Derrick Rose would have stayed healthy. And it sucks that Derrick Rose's career will always be what ifs. I'm pretty sure I made multiple videos talking about what if Derrick Rose, what if, like, was he or who's the most athletic player? That's one of my popping videos. But at the same time, you can't ignore what Derrick Rose did accomplish during his obviously peak seasons in his first 4 seasons. In his rookie season, he won Rookie of the Year and he averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, and he had 4 rebounds and 6.5 assists. In his second season, the 2009-2010 season, he averaged 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And I'm not mistaken, in his rookie year, he had the Bulls in the first round against the Boston Celtics, not 2008, 2009. I'm pretty sure it's 2009, 2010. His second year in the league where he had the Chicago Bulls going against the Boston Celtics and he went off a game. It was him and Ben Gordon. I remember that game. I can't remember what year it was. And in his third season, the youngest MVP averaged 25 points per game, 4 rebounds, and basically 7.5 assists. And it's crazy to say that he peaked in 3 seasons. Like, what Derrick Rose was as a player, we know he wasn't this sharpshooting threat. He knew what he was going to do, and he was too fast for you to stop him. Whether it was his size up, whether it was him getting to the mid-range area, he had the midi. Whether he was blowing past you, doing crafty layups, whether he would go up and punch it on you, Goran Dragic had the worst of that. And when you're looking at Derrick Rose as a player, you look at this player that made everybody better. Like, he wasn't just a scorer. Like, I feel like when we analyze these point guards or what we see from the past, we often highlight what he was as a scorer or even a defender, basically. But obviously, as we all know, people that are 6'3" or players that are 6'3" are usually liabilities when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. Derrick Rose wasn't getting picked on, I feel like, as much as obviously we see what these little guys get picked on today. And obviously, the NBA is way different than it was 15 years ago or whatever, how many years ago it was. But when you're looking at the bigger picture, you're like, Derrick Rose played like he was 6'5", and that's what I really think, that before I looked up Derrick Rose's height I'm messing up my words, but before I looked up Derrick Rose's height, I probably thought he was 6'5" when I was younger, because the way he used to move, the way he was twitchy with his body. And I just do think, like, if somebody told him don't put that much pressure when you jump off your knees, I do think it would have been a different outcome. People often blame Tibbs for keeping him in the game, even though the game was out of reach. They won the game already, but at the same time, Derrick Rose said it wasn't Tibbs' fault. It was just Tom. And really, when he reinvented himself, I do feel like we sleep on those years when he reinvented himself, when he came back to the NBA after missing some of the season, actually, when he was on the Cavs. He debated retirement. And in the 2018-2019 season, he averaged 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 rebounds and 5.5 assists, or not even 5.5 assists, 4 assists that season. And really, he had a 50-point game. And I remember watching that game. I'm damn, I'm about to cry. And I do think I have a fascination with athletic point guards, if that makes sense, because Russell Westbrook being my favorite player, obviously, John Wall being up there, John Morant I like, Derrick Rose. The only really athletic player I like is LaMelo, but that's obvious reasons. But in the next season, when he went to the Pistons after getting paid, he averaged 18 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists actually, and 2.5 rebounds. And this was the season where he was about to be an all-star. 2 seasons in a row, he was almost an all-star. But that should just show that after injury, Derrick Rose resolved and made sure his career wouldn't be a sad tale. Like, he made sure that people weren't going to think about almost every time those MVP seasons. Because when I think about Derrick Rose, I think about the 50-point game. I think about, obviously, his peak NBA season. I think about him going back to the Knicks after his second or his first stint in the 2015-2016 season, going back in the 2020-2021 season, and the Knicks making the playoffs for the first time since 2013, since the Melo and Stoudemire days. That's what I think about with Derrick Rose. And going back to my point, whether Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer or not, I'll leave that up to y'all. Derrick Rose was the youngest MVP in 2011. He's a 3-time All-Star. All-NBA first team in 2011, the year he won Rookie of the Year. I mean, not Rookie of the Year, MVP. NBA Rookie of the Year, like I was about to say, in 2009. FIBA World Gold Medalist in 2010 and 2014. And do we think that's enough to make the Hall of Fame? I do think if T-Mac's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose got to be in the Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. If Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose got to be in the Hall of Fame, if that makes sense. But y'all let me know, do y'all think Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer or not? Do y'all think that his career adjusts for a lot? And let me know how y'all feel about Derrick Rose down below, because I'm not gonna lie, that retirement ceremony had me in tears for a little bit. But y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.